As always, hello again. Okay, I want to talk about immigration, or immigration policies as a nation. The original sales pitch was we need immigrants to bolster our tax base. We need more taxable peasants. Well, I think it's pretty well come to light that that's complete and utter bullshit. They cost us money. Every one of them that comes in costs big bucks, and we're broke. The haircut of the helm, he's been throwing money around. All the money he's been throwing around trying to buy a seat on the UN, buy favor, basically just throw money around because he doesn't have a clue about it because he's a silver spoon baby. We can't afford to bring them in. Our country is on the verge of anarchy. And the last thing we need to do is exacerbate that both financially, politically, socially. We can't help the whole world out. What we need to do, we got to clean up our mess at home before we can bring anybody in to help them. We need to close the borders until we get this disastrous position we're in, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. We can't help anybody until we help ourselves. We got to clean this mess up. We get rid of the haircut, the puppet, the dupe for the darker forces, I call them, who want to change this country, make it something totally different. They have their own agenda. So does he. We need to clean that mess up first, get back on an even keel, become a stable, healthy democracy. And I don't mean just financially. Then we can open the borders again with a proper agenda to bring in people who don't have, I guess I'll just say it outright, an evil intent, a destructive intent, perhaps would be a better word for it. We need to clean up the mess, close the borders of immigration. I mean, let's face it, the haircut's shoveling him in the door as fast as he can, hoping to buy votes because, you know, he knows there's darn few people in Canada who are still going, oh, nice haircut, I'll vote for you. Every day, more and more people are waking up to what's going on. And I don't think anybody who's looking at, aware and awake of the disastrous place we're in, I don't think they're going to vote for him. I don't know. But again, he has an agenda. And he's going to, the COVID-19, now it's working for him in a lot of ways. But it's also sort of worked against him in the sense, the door he's shoveling him into is closed a little bit because the Canadian public isn't going to put up with them coming in droves the way they were before, simply due to the virus perspective, their take on that. So, the virus has thrown a wrench into everybody's works. I'll say theirs and I'll say ours. But, and again, to a previous video, I keep beleaguering the point. People wake up, have a look at what's going on. And just to go back to the immigration and the finances, I mean, what's an immigrant cost per head in the first year? It's a negative, a very big negative. How many years is it until they theoretically become a positive? Based on simple economics, we can't afford to do it. It's really as simple as that. The economics are not there. We're financially on our knees, socially, politically, in an unprecedented and very ugly position. We need to clean up our own house before we can start to think we're going to clean up anybody else's or help anybody out. Canadians are a charitable people. We've never turned our backs on anyone. But the position we're in right now, we can barely help ourselves. We don't need a couple of million more people who are simply, if nothing else, a financial burden that we cannot afford. That's my take on immigration. And well, that's my take on immigration. Take care, people. Hope it all works out.